Hi everyone and welcome back to some more MotoGP 21 here on this channel. I'm KPG GOONER here and this is part number 13 of my career walkthrough. Now in today's episode we head to Spain for Aragon, which is a very challenging circuit. Plus we haven't got that third engine upgrade. Is that going to be an issue in today's race with that long straight? Well, we're going to find out. So let's get straight into the qualifying, and we have got some dry weather for the race. Well, that's a bonus, so let's get straight into it and see if we can set some decent times. Looking at most of the bikes so far out on circuit, they're using the harder compounds at the front and the rear, and I'm on mediums. Let's see if that works for us first, but I think we are going to have to go with the harder compounds in the race, but we will see very soon. I mean, it's not the hottest conditions at the moment, but I know on previous MotoGP games the tyres never last around here, and sometimes that's why I don't mind a wet race around here, because it just takes that compound choice out of your hands really. Well, let's see if we can at least set a time and see where we're about. So I think the engine upgrade is going to cost us, especially on that straight. And we've still only got the engine power 2, and we need to get it up to the third stage. So that's definitely what we're going to have to concentrate. I think we've still got a couple of weeks though for that. Try and start those curbs as well. Oh God, we're 0.4 down on the time already. Struggling early on, we might have to make some adjustments. It's definitely oversteering out of the turns. That's something that we can adjust. And let's see what it feels like through here. That wasn't too bad. And the most difficult corner, the one that really catches me out, is the one at the bottom of this section, the left-hand turbo. You want to get right onto the apex, and if you muck it up, it really does cost you. So let's see if we can manage that and start slowing it down. Be careful. Oh, that wasn't. Oh, God, don't want to go on the curve there. That wasn't too bad. Let's be careful on this corner here. Sets you up for this corner, which can be tough. And that was not too bad. I will take that. And we're not far off on sector 3. Let's see if we can just push hard on this final corner. I think we're going to be a little bit off the times. We might have to make a few adjustments. But as long as we get top 5 and get into Q2, I'll be happy with that. Right, let's try get nice and tight. This final corner. And drive it to the line. That's not too bad. Stay off the curb. Yep, that's nicely done. And over the line. And we set a 201.1. That's not too bad.
And while the last riders are finishing off their final lap, let's go and see the results of this second session of the weekend.
Well, we weren't the fastest in that session, so we're definitely going to have to step it up. Right, so Acosta's just set a 201.1, so that's the benchmark so far. But I definitely reckon they're going to get in the 2 minutes, so we're going to have to really push. And we weren't the fastest in the free practice. John McVie was the fastest, so we're going to have to really push it. I want to at least get in the top 3. Got to start on the front row. This is going to be a tough circuit. We're definitely lacking that straight line speed. So we'll just try and put it in. And we're in behind Suzuki. If we can just latch onto him. I think he's second fastest so far on circuit. And, oh God, we're not too far off at that first sector. We've made a few adjustments as well, so it's not understeering as much out of the corners. And we've had to adjust obviously on the braking as well. It was sliding around, and that was much neater through there. That's much better. It feels much better on the turn. It wasn't leaning fast enough as well. That's something that we needed to adjust. You just got to try and use those free practice to just work out what the bike's doing on the circuit, and then just try and adjust it as much as you can. So, oh God, we're up on sector 3. That's good. Right, let's try and nail this corner. And that was much smoother around there. And just back off the throttle slightly and get it pinned around that corner. And again, be careful on the brakes. Oh, the rear end's not sliding around now. That's much better. Tight in, and we should be able to get a bit of slipstream. Oh, we just lost a little bit of time on sector 3, but not much. If we can have a really good last corner, we might be able to just get close to Acosta's time. I don't want to have to do another lap if I don't have to. I definitely feel that we're going to need to go with the hard compounds in the race, as these tyres just disintegrate around the circuit, and hold it nice and tight. And that was nice and smooth to the line. What sort of time are we going to get here? And we said, oh, there you go, a 2 minute 0.6. I think that may take pole position, not sure, but I'm very pleased with that. 3, 2, 1, and we take pole position with that time. We were 0.369 quicker than Binder and 0.45 than Acosta, but I still think that straight's going to cause us an issue in the race, and plus we're going to go with different tyres.
We are at the Aragon circuit, where the latest race in the Moto3 class is about to start. As you can see, at the moment the sky is covered with a thick layer of clouds, but nonetheless, the latest weather reports have assured everybody it isn't going to rain. And technicians are ironing out the last few details. Final riders have taken their place on the grid. Everything is ready. Just a few seconds to go, and we'll get lights out at Motorland Aragon for the start of the race.
Right, so here we go with today's race in Spain around the Aragon circuit. Let's see if we can get a decent start. We're definitely going to need it. And we are off. We need to get into that first corner ahead of Binder if we can, and Acosta. And let's just drop it nicely in. Careful, that was nicely done, and we lead the Grand Prix early on, but for how long though? Let's see if we can keep these turns nice and tight. Now we've gone with the hard, and these tyres are going to give us a little bit of a problem early on, but we're going to try our best and hope that they will last. Oh god, there you go, there's the first mistake. They're not as grippy early on. Struggling just to take those turns as tight as we had in the qualifying, but that was a lucky moment there, and we were still on the bike, we're still leading. Can we just keep it tight through here? And again, just being careful as Binder comes around the turn. Oh, a bit of contact there, and again contact. Oh, we're going side by side into that turn, and he's forced us out a little bit wide. And onto the curb again, and some more contact. Oh god, this is tough early on, and we don't want him in our inside on this turn. We're going to have to really back off on, just turn it in. Oh, going side by side through there and gain onto the curb. Really struggling here on these hard tyres, and we can't muck up this turn. Right, slow it down, slow it down. Oh, bit of a slide. Don't go into the gravel, and try and be careful onto the curb. Oh, really? Well, I would say that's a good save, but bloody hell, did we really push our luck there, and we've dropped another place to Acosta, and we have got Messia behind us as well. We are really struggling, and we are just going to have to hold on and just fight our way through if we can. And that's not too bad into that turn, retaking the lead. Just trying to take as much as I can through that turn, and round the corner comes Messia. And he's got the inside line coming into this corner. We're going to have to be really careful now. Let's just keep it steady. We're going to go side by side through this turn. And we've managed to get through there okay together. So that was okay. Sometimes when you're at that angle and you make slight contact, the AI do come off quite easily. So you have to be so careful. But we've managed to get through there okay. And we are leading again. But we have got so much pressure behind. We know as soon as we get on the straights, we're going to struggle, and again, we just left the braking a little bit too late, and again, we've gone onto that curb, and Messia's taken the lead with that mistake. So we have got Binder behind now, and again, just not feeling these tyres at all, and just running the corners wide. Back on the circuits, let's be careful, and again, that rear is sliding, as we're trying to push it as hard as we can. Oh god, I've just realised I've still got it in power mode 3, and let's just readjust that, because we've just cost ourselves a little bit of fuel. But we're trying our hardest to keep up with Messia, but he is pulling away. Just got to be careful as we just turn it into this turn. Let's try and stay off the curb this time, as Acosta comes around the outside, but we're just managing to hold that inside line again onto the curb. And let's try and keep this smoother this time, because we did run it really wide. Nice smooth into that turn, and that was a lot better. But we are starting to lose a little bit of ground on the leader. But I don't think we can win this. We don't have the straight line speed, and we should have got that engine upgrade up to level 3. And you can see what's going to happen on these sort of circuits. We're going to be under attack every time we get onto the straights. As is that Binder trying to just nip at our back wheel as we come to the end of lap 2. This has been a really, really tough race so far. We are not running as fast as I would like. Masia is setting the pace. We're going to have to step it up. And even with the hard tyres, the tyres, especially at the front, have worn quite quickly. So we're going to have to manage that really well. We've still got plenty of time to try and catch up with Masia, but I just don't think we're going to be able to do it unless we can just keep up right into the final lap and hope that our tyres have a little bit more meat on them and we have a little bit more traction. But let's just see, we're going to have to find just a little bit more in these corners. That's a little bit better. I'm trying to stay off the curbs, but Binder is really pushing hard behind. Let's try and keep this a bit tighter. Be careful on the brakes. And this is definitely a much better time from us. Just keep up the pace and close that gap. We might have a chance. We need to get in his slipstream on the straight if we can. Use power mode 3 for a little while. And again, let's get it nice and turned in. Oh, that was much smoother through there again. We're definitely getting into a rhythm. This is definitely a much quicker time. We're over 1.5 seconds up on our time. And this is a really good lap to start pushing the midway point of the race. Again, that wasn't too bad, but we just don't have the acceleration out that turn, and we see it is going to just pull away. But as long as we can keep ahead of Binder, I would take second right now. I knew this would be an issue. I mean, on one lap I knew I could be pretty quick, but over a course of a race it's a lot harder. Let's just keep it steady. Let's not make any mistake on this corner. This is definitely going to be a much better time. Are we going to be the fastest on the circuits? So we go over the line, and yes, we have a 2:01.2, and that is the fastest lap of the race. So we're definitely up to speed. If we can have another decent lap like that, hopefully can just eat out of that gap that Masia's got on us and keep pulling away from Binder. Again, just trying to keep it steady. But even with the hard tyres, that front tyres literally, these tyres just do not last. Again, just trying to be careful. Not feeling 100% comfortable on these tyres. But they are bedded in a little bit better after a couple of laps. We really do need to close that gap on this lap if we want a chance on the final lap. Again, just trying to be very careful through there. I think Masia was on the medium tyres, if I remember. How he's managing to keep them and have grip, I have got no idea. But he's managing it. Just be careful into this turn again. Flip now, just catching the curb. Try not to make any mistakes through here. Again, just try and be consistent as we come towards the end of the fourth lap. Wasn't too bad, but we're not catching this here. But we have got Binder right behind us. This is going to be quite. Oh, he's coming down the outside. Oh, let's just try and hold in there if we can coming into this turn. We don't want to give up a place. And let's be careful, we don't want to make contacts. It's on the slide off. Oh, there's contacts. But just managing to hold it as we go into the final lap of the race. This is going to be very, very tough. And it looks like Acosta has just taken Binder. So we have got some trouble behind us as we go into... Oh, we've run that really wide. Oh, be careful. Flipping it, really pushing it. I am giving it everything in Spain to try and finish on the podium. we might as well say that we can't win it unless Masia comes off, which I don't think that's going to happen. Look, he's having a look. He knows that he's got it in the bag. He's just got to be careful. And he has got a little bit of a lead as well, so he could even back off slightly if his tyres are wearing. I mean, look at the front tyre, and we've got the hard, and again, just got no grip. Trying to push it when you've got tyres as low as that is not a good thing. And again, just trying to keep it steady. This is where we're going to really feel it. And just slowly open the throttle. And let's just try and just hold off Acosta if we can. And again, we're just losing grip. And we just got a warning. It's only the first one, so we should be okay. And this is going to be tricky through here. And that's not too bad. Come on. I think we at least deserve a second place finish after this battle. And just keep it tight through here. Just really backing off, making sure we don't slide off. And now it's all about the straight. I think we are going to be okay. But no, I think Acosta's going to go with an attack. We're in power mode 3. I think we should be okay. It's really tight. If anything, he's going to get me on the last turn. So let's just keep it tight. I don't think he's going to have the speed to come up the inside. Right, let's try and get really tight in here and see where he is. Oh, he's quite close, but I think we're just going to hold on for second place. And there we go. Masia wins the Spain Grand Prix around the Aragon circuit, and fair play. We did have the fastest lap, but maybe we should have gone with a medium front. I don't know. We just struggled from start to finish, but we're on the podium, so we really can't complain. Right, so that is the Rider Championship standings, and we are a million miles away, which is good because we dropped some points today, which hasn't happened too many times. I think we've come second 3 or 4 times now, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We definitely need to get that engine upgrade for the next couple of races. I mean, we've got Misano next, one of my favourite circuits, and I don't think the engine upgrade is going to be ready for that, but I think we can really push hard to win that one. We just need to, again, get a good qualifying in and just hold firm. I think it's all about just not making any mistakes. I think I made too many mistakes as well today. I ran it wide, quite a few corners. I think if I hadn't done that, I might have been a bit closer to the leader. But no one's perfect, and this game can be tough. But that is another race out the way. We haven't got many left of this Moto3 season, and we will soon be on the Moto2 bikes. And we do need to start looking at securing a contract for the Moto2. But thank you so much for watching today. I haven't got time to do another race today. I was going to do a double episode, but the Misano video will come out very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you soon for some more MotoGP 21 here on this channel.